Hey everybody, today we're going to be unboxing a Sonnet XMac Mini Server. Let's check it out. Okay, so this is quite a big box. It is a pretty hefty piece of hardware. So if you're like me, you're curious to know if the Sonnet Mac Mini Server fit an M1 Mac and how it would work with the ports. So we're gonna go ahead and do an unboxing in this video, and then in another video, we're gonna actually build out a Mac Mini into this server. So let's go ahead and look a little closer at the unboxing. As you'll see, we have an instructional packet here. I'm gonna set that on the side. And then the server, the beast of a server here. All right, we got a cable here, power. This guy definitely has some weight to him. Okay, folks, there you have it. We have the server here in all its glory. It is a heavy, solid piece of metal. Solid pieces of metal, I should say, because there are components and parts to this. So we're going to go ahead and kind of pull this thing apart and look at all the components and all the parts that are within this box. So on the very back here, you'll see there are some thumb screws. I'm going to go ahead and loosen those up. That's going to allow us to pull this top cover up, and there is a groove here, so I'm going to slide this out. There we go. And I'll set this one off to the side. Now, I guess before I'll show you there is some padding here, which is quite nice. So inside the box here, your Mac Mini would go in this spot here. So you put that in place. You would plug in all the peripherals here, and these have extensions or leads that basically lead to the back of the box. We also have some boards here that allow you to have the expansion slots on them. So that will allow you to use like a deck link, which is what I have here. So I'm actually going to be installing two deck links, one on this side and one on this side, that will allow me to have two SDI ins and two SDI outs for my particular use case. There is this catch back here. This is for larger, say, graphics cards if you're combining it with a Mac Mini. As you probably already know, the M1 does not support external graphics cards at this point, but hopefully that might be changed in the future. So what I'm also going to do in this build, which you'll see in the next video, I'm going to go ahead and show you some of the ideas that I have for ports and the way this is all set up. Let me go ahead and finish this unboxing, kind of show you what the lay of the land is of this particular device. And then you can watch that other video if you're interested. So let me go ahead and show you the front of this device here. As you'll see, we do have some fan ports here. There is a USB, which you'll need an extension from the inside that's included. And then on this far side, there is a power button right there. So that power button actually is a physical lever, which moves back and pushes this pin here. And that pin moves this device here, which actually powers on your Mac Mini when it's in place here. There is power in the back. And it is your standard, what I would call an OSHA cable. I guess it's an ICE or something like that. There's some other connection name for it, which would be here. There's a outtake fan, and there is a few ports here. Again, each one of these ports would be linked via the cables on the inside, which would lead down to your Mac Mini. And so you do have Ethernet, HDMI, USB 3, an open port, and then this is where your Thunderbolt cable is going to pass through to connect to this card over here. So that's the card. It's basically a Thunderbolt 3 card, which allows you to expand into these other two PCIe slots, right? These expansions here. So that's how we're going to get those two cards in there. And so this actually is a pretty deep box. I believe it's 18 or 19 inches, which can hold a full-size card here. The issue for me, I don't really have that use case. I'm not going to put a full graphics card in here because I'm just going to be using the SDI modules for now. But that's kind of our unboxing of what this looks like. So that's our main unit here. I showed you a little bit of the back and the front of the ports here. You can't go through the instructions. They show you how to build stuff out. There are certain cards that need this particular power cable, so that's why that's included. And there is a bracket for a daughter card, so if you have smaller cards that need to fit in here, that's included as well. You can read through that if that's your use case. And there's also a handy tool in here as well, so you can take on and off different screws to attach your gear.